Though he may be hip-hop's favorite comedian, this is a situation which Druski is getting familiar with, because while he's still hugely popular and is getting big opportunities, there are more and more skeletons spilling out of his closet, with comments and connections he made coming back to haunt him. It's your boy Luesta, and this is the dark side of Druski. By now, you know who Druski is. After making his name with skits online, he's continued to strike gold again and again with viral moments.
So, explain this. This is one question I got for you. When you say nigga, a lot of people are assuming that's gotta be racist. There's no way.
What is up with the fouling, and why would you say you're fouling so much out here?
You are so fine, bro.
Other than that, I'd like to ask about the game, man.
Throughout his entire career, Druski has continued to land on his feet, getting more and more cosigns, alongside working with major brands and even sports teams. Along the way, it's become lucrative, particularly as he's leveraged relationships with some major artists to help make bank.
Druski's making a lot of money from promo and albums, this and third. He got a couple TV shows or like digital shows, just like how, you know, I did a bunch of stuff with Complex. He's also being brought on tour by a lot of people. So like, he's on J. Cole's tour, I believe. So he'll come out and do like probably a 10 to 15 minute like opener type shit. He's getting a lot from, you know, just his social media presence.
And it's really no surprise because, let's be serious, he's often hilarious. But sometimes, Druski has teetered into dangerous territory where some people feel they've gone too far. And in other situations, some of his connections within hip-hop and the loyalty he's shown to them has also led to some alarming speculation about him. And these days, let's just say that things are going left in rapid fashion. Recently, Druski appeared on Kai Cenat's stream during his Mafia-thon with Kevin Hart. This wasn't really news because he and Kai are friends. But it's how Druski conducted himself once he was there that caused all of the controversy. Because over the course of the entire sleepover stream, it seemed like he was on a mission to sabotage his entire reputation. For starters, he insulted a kid to the point that he covered his ears in horror of what he was hearing.
Not you. I'm talking about the little fat.
Yo, come on, bro. Come on.
Fat. Yo. Y'all been saying that to me all fucking night. Everybody call me the fat all night, but I can't call the other little fat the little fat. Man, y'all niggas been fuck out of here.
No, come on.
Y'all wanna have fat phobia when it come to the kid, but not me? He's like the fucking kid. Nigga, what about me?
He's fine. You're a grown ass nigga.
Man, y'all call me fat all night.
He is a grown man, right, Casey?
Oh, y'all. Fuck.
This nigga. You good? Yo, man, you messing my fucking sweater bag.
Straight away, people could not believe it, including both the kid and his mom, because since it went down, they went on the offensive.
Druski insulted me multiple times, and if you check on the YouTube video, they cut it out. You can only see me hugging LeBron James Jr. and Kai Cenat.
So, with that, they wouldn't let me get my son. Security would block me. The person in charge of telling me what's supposed to go on was saying that my son was crying because he didn't get no food, which was a lie. A older person, Druski, was physically and mentally assaulting my son, calling my son a fat ass whatever he was saying. But he's a big ass silverback gorilla. He had no business talking to a 9-year-old like this. My son was there to do a job for acting, and that was not a part of it.
While the use of the N-word really won't help her attempts to get sympathy, the mom is still coming at his neck and is clearly shook up about her kid being publicly humiliated to a global audience prior to even becoming a teenager.
They fucking lied to us, you guys. And then they're supposed to have a teacher on set or a monitor, and they didn't have no monitor for me to watch my son. And they sit here and watch my son cry and be bullied by this fat motherfucker. For no reason, my son was just sitting there, you guys. You guys need to cancel Druski, because that's not okay what he did. You're not cool anymore, guys, and then you suck.
As soon as it happened, some people who had been waiting for his fall off were ecstatic. Druski finally getting exposed as an overly mean bully. Can't wait for it to go downhill on that guy. Pretty much straight away, there have been attempts at damage control. For starters, Druski did what comedians basically never do and tried to make amends for his comment.
Chicken locked up.
I got a couple drinks with, but that ain't no excuse, bro. For real, for real. Like, I'm a bigger dude, you a bigger dude. We on the same page, and like,
I really do apologize. I understand. We got the same mindset. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, getting excited in here, you know what I mean? But I rock with you. What's your name? Joseph. You're a good dude, Joe.
From there, Kaisenat tried to shoot him some bail and said the mother was purposefully blowing it out of proportion.
I'm gonna be honest. As soon as it was said, we caught it and said he's a kid, chill. But not only that, I could kind of see that this is forced a little bit. Like Ma Duke's behind the camera, like saying, "Yay, say this, this, and this, and this." We cut it out solely for the fact that we didn't want to put it on YouTube to make a joke out of it. Anyway, so that's how serious it is. So we made sure to cut it out so that no other viewers on YouTube can even see the joke. You feel me? Not only that, but Druski in detailed, I think he apologized twice.
Yeah.
Druski is a comedian, so whatever the fucking first thing he says is gonna come to his head.
He's gonna say it.
But he knew he was wrong. He actually apologized for this one.
He did.
But for a lot of those online, they felt like they had seen his true colors. Can't glue the plate back and make it how it was before. This is legit Druski becoming every bully he's ever had. However, others felt like he didn't do anything wrong. It was just a reflection of how sensitive society is that it's even an issue. Not gonna lie, Druski was OD, but parents like this are the reason the kids are like this. Either accept being fat and feed into the jokes, or lose the weight. It's honestly not that complicated. But this is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Druski's tour of destruction.
Sometimes people think they bodied on the internet and they just show how dumb they are. Bro, what you're saying, yes, for grown folks. Either do something about the weight as a grown adult or lose the weight, or understand that when you're with friends, jokes are going to be flown, and sometimes the first thing they're going to go to is your weight. For grown folks, I agree. We're talking about a 9-year-old kid. What are you talking about? Lose the weight or get over it. That's not how life works. It'd be nice to just pass it off. That's just not how it works for children. Some children are overweight. Some children's, metabolism is different. Some children overeat. Some children gain weight fast. There's 1,000 different reasons, and that's not the answer. You wouldn't look your son or your daughter in the face and go, well, either start getting used to the jokes or lose it. You wouldn't talk like that to no kid. That would show that you either don't know how to handle it or you never been through anything that made you feel like, man, this sucks. And there's nothing you can do tomorrow or in that very moment that can help you right away or give you results. That's a dumb Twitter. You're going to see dumb stuff on X all the time. I don't even go on X anymore. But yeah, Buddy thought he was spitting, but he's not. We're talking about a child here. The thing about it is I watched that in its entirety. I seen the whole stream from beginning to end. I enjoyed the stream. I understood. I take into account variables that are not going to be said. And that's just, again, the same way that's not life. To tell a kid, just lose the weight or get used to jokes. It's not real life for me to say, oh, yeah, I need to understand Druski was this and Druski was that. You don't get that. You don't get that benefit of the doubt. When you say dumb things, I take that back. When you say anything, dumb, smart, funny, joking, you don't get the leniency of saying, oh wait, this is why this happened like that. When people take it, they're gonna take it out of context, in context, and they're gonna run with it however they feel. And you don't get the luxury of explaining. So I understand that part. But that being said, because I watched the whole thing, I will say I take into account the variable that Druski was definitely trying to, bring his A game. He's next to K-Hart. He's standing next to K-Hart, bro. He's next to Casey. He's on a stream that's going to be viewed by millions. He was trying to be funny and do his job and entertain, but definitely be funny. And these things could result in deals, ticket sales. These things could result in a following. People saying he is funny. Getting a chance to be seen across a bigger stream than ever next to K-Hart. Not to mention making K-Hart laugh, enjoying your time with K-Hart. A fellow comedian that you probably look up to in different ways. Look what he's done with his career. Who wouldn't want to be the next, Druski following in K-Hart's steps? So I take that into account. I take into account, yes, he was drinking. That doesn't excuse his behavior. But I take into account he was drinking. I take into account that little kid was he wasn't just there as a little kid. He was acting. They were acting like they had some like Addams Family kind of dynamic going on. To be honest, I think they were. I think they said they were the Addams Family, and it was like the mom and Wednesday. So yeah, he's still a kid and should be dealt with as a child. He was acting, so it was like it's hard for a guy like Druski coming from where we come from. It's real hard to walk in a room and someone tells us they're the Addams Family, and for us to like take it all the way serious. It's like jokes are gonna come from that. Like, it is real hard. Now, if we were all acting and we all came here to do a show, or you're the Addams Family and we're gonna pretend to be Modern Family, that's different. But when you walk in a room and KC got this whole thing, his team done set up, and you're having dinner at Thanksgiving with K-Hart, Druski, the whole Clover family, and you're talking about we're the Addams Family, it just made for a real reckless environment, to say the least. So again, I take that into account, and I take into account that he owned up to it. He owned up to it. Whether his team was texting him 50 texts, yo, out of pocket, damage control, whatever happened there, he owned up to it 2 times. Do I think he should do something for the kid? I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm surprised he hasn't. There's no way I'm in Druski's position and I do something that stupid as a man, where I know I'm wrong, and I know if that was my kid, there's no way I wouldn't have cleaned that up already. And not even for y'all, not even for people to go, oh, we respect that, but because the kid deserves that. He dang sure didn't deserve being the clown of the day. So the least I can do is give him what he does deserve. He deserves something. It ain't gotta be a Lamborghini, but dang, get a man a setup. Get the man a whole streaming setup, new laptops, new speakers, something to make a kid go, man, that sucks that happened to me. But this was nice of him. Like, you don't gotta even tell the world I did it, but you gotta clean that up. I don't know how he hasn't cleaned that up yet. But then you look at Mama Dukes, who's, kind of, I can understand. I didn't see the full video. I'm not going to agree with KC because I didn't see it. But I will say, I definitely can see what KC is saying. Like, it seems a little coached in, which again, so what? Even if it is, so what? No one told you to make fun of that little boy. So even if he was coached, like, yo, say this. And because you don't know if those feelings are still true. That's the part that's why you can't even point that out. You can't even go, well, it looks cold. Like KC can, and I can point it out. But as Druski, if I'm the person that made that kid feel bad, you can't point that out. Oh, it looks coached. So what? So what if I sat there with my kid and I was like, so you feel hurt, right? It made you cry, right? So you got to say that on camera. So what? You don't get the right to go, oh no, you can't do. No, you can do that. Because anything that happens after your action is a reaction. And you don't get to decide the reaction. Which is why you have to be careful with your actions. Hey, too many people out here in content world don't want to face reality. Like, there's reactions to your action. Good or bad. So, yeah, I feel like Druski owned up to it, though. We that's the part I'm not going to let y'all just kind of breeze right by. Like, everything we're saying, it's an L. Like Druski, hold this L. He for sure has dropped the ball. But again, being funny for Kevin Hart, they were the Addams Family. It was kind of cool. You see someone saying, oh, we're the Addams Family, and in your comedy mind, you right away assume, oh, this kid is here. He's here to be like a prop. No kid is a prop. But I'm saying, like, in a comedy mind, you're thinking like, all right, this is supposed to be crazy. This is supposed to be fun. Maybe he could take a joke or two, and it just didn't go the way you would think it would. Like, if I'm talking to a kid who's in the acting world, this is wrong of me, by the way, but I'm already assuming, okay, he knows the industry, he understands as an actor, we're gonna improv. I might say something crazy. He can either choose to go with it or not go with it. So, you're just assuming that he's fit for this task. And I'm not saying he's not, but someone crying just because someone says something that may be a little bit off color, it kind of shows, okay, maybe I misjudged. I assume, like, he's built for this. He does shows. He's a big boy, he's getting acting gigs. But sometimes we forget, like, bro, it's still a child with a child mentality, and you know he's still gonna run to Mama Dukes when his feelings are hurt. You gotta be careful. You gotta tread lightly.
Because this wasn't the only incident that cast him in a bad light. And it wasn't just kids that got his wrath, but some of Kai Cenat's friends as well. Most notably, the 18-year-old Ray from Taiwan, who was subject to some really questionable behavior. And the whole situation led to Kai being frustrated, if not outright angry by what went down.
How you doing, sir? My name is Ray.
No, don't do your language you do.
I haven't even started.
Damn, I haven't started. You said to be real. He wants to do what he's supposed to do. He out, He gotta be fucking That gotta be racist. Oh, fuck. Y'all said be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. Be out. Nah. Nah, that was too much. That's crazy. My bad.
That was wild.
Erase that. I might get canceled.
No, it's live.
Over time, Ray got progressively sick of his behavior, eventually storming off.
He just told.
I'm so confused what's going on right now.
See?
He thinks that.
How you gonna switch up on me? You just told me that shit was racist.
Hey, why you switch on me? I didn't do nothing, bro. I just walked past.
This nigga don't even
I just walked past.
you
I just walked past the hall, and you told me about. Oh, they kicked me out. I couldn't. You switch. This like. I'm like, bro.
That's what it is.
And once again, the whole scenario divided everyone. This is pretty bad in itself, but it only got worse when people realized that he actually had a history of this behavior. Once again, putting Kai in an awkward situation in a stream from 6 months back.
No, what? Just take a Ray. Come here.
Ray, you don't gotta do this.
Ray, what the?
Ray, you don't have to.
Ray, man.
Ray, when black people cut music on, you
don't do that no more, Ray.
Nah, it's a puppet thing.
Come on, hey,
Ray,
Kai, by the way,
Kai, don't do that.
I hope you don't feel good about yourself.
Kai, don't do that.
This is what they do to circus. This is a circus. Right up there with it.
You're putting that there.
Yeah,
really.
This is sad.
Oh, you're putting that card.
Yeah, this is sad.
Listen, Ray, don't.
Why you keep saying shit? Oh, do the thing,
See, he
Ray.
doesn't understand. He doesn't understand.
Druski saying Ray is from the circus like he wasn't juggling balls at Diddy's party last year. Kai is for real a real one. Kevin and Druski was mad racist. Imagine if this was one black guy and 3 Taiwanese guys. He even took shots at Ray when he's not around to defend himself.
Is that rice?
No.
Why would the fuck?
That was a straight. That was uncalled for. I shouldn't have said that.
Why the fuck would that be right?
I shouldn't have said that was rice. See, I assumed it was rice. Kevin, you don't think I'm right? It looked like fucking rice. I thought it was white rice. That's what they fucking eat. I thought it was rice.
Yeah, we're gonna just
no, not that. No.
While that incident wasn't a good look, it wasn't the only part of the rampage that Druski went on during Kai's stream. Along the way, he even managed to antagonize NPC Miles Morales too.
300,000 people watching this right now.
300,000 people in here.
Wow. It's a lot of people to be watching while we try to go to sleep.
You're starting to get on my nerves.
What the fuck?
Hey, Kev. Hey, yo, Kev. Kev.
Is that in the chamber?
Kev.
Does he say that?
Do anything. Just be real with me, man. I said nothing.
Is
The
that a
second
new
time
one?
came when Druski began throwing a drummer's equipment around, leading Miles to completely crash out on him.
I'm just sick of this shit, bro. I just can't fucking do no more, man.
Hey, yo, real shit. Who the fuck you think you is? Who the
No, that one shouldn't even be in the list though. See, y'all taking things way out of context. He threw the drummer's stuff around because the drummer was supposed to make noise so that he keeps them awake or wakes them up every time they're gifted. So y'all missing the context here. It's a mafia-thon. It's people are getting pushed to their limits. Some of them are tired. Some of them haven't slept. Some of them are trying to be funny but also be crazy. He's just joking. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of wild when you look at it from the drummer's point of view. You know, like, I don't know if that's his personal stuff. I don't know if he found it funny. But, I mean, maybe throw one drum and that's it. He kind of, it looks like he threw 2. But, again, it shouldn't really be on the list of, you know, him disrespecting people or showing his true colors.
Who the fuck you think you is? You gonna get your ass out of here?
And still, he wasn't done either, because later on, he even made a mockery of Bryce James's attempt at a motivational speech.
Always have my favorite saying is, without a doubt, whatever, if it's whatever you're doing. Why you laughing?
Nah, Druski, you are rude.
Why you laughing?
Nah, Druski, you are fucking rude,
Why you laughing?
dude. Druski. Oh, shit.
Why you laughing?
Now, this whole experience clearly wasn't Druski's finest hour, and for some people, it
That's
appears
fair.
to be the final straw. But for others, it's not so much these kinds of instances that are the problem, but it's his ties to some of the most controversial figures in hip-hop today, particularly Diddy, who he cites as an influence.
I was influenced by P. Diddy, and when he had the Making the Band show, I saw. I thought,
Like
that's bruh. See, that's why I can't look this way when I'm talking. Especially when I said P. Diddy.
Over the years, Diddy and Druski have sparked up a professional relationship, and maybe even a personal friendship. At one point, they even filmed a skit together where Druski invaded one of Diddy's houses, where some of those alleged atrocities happened.
Owned by a black man. Don't mind if I do. I wouldn't. Shot.
These days, he's tried his best to keep the details scant about their relationship.
Yeah. That's why I said I was inspired by P. Diddy. That's what I was talking about. Why the fuck do y'all keep looking at me like that? When I say that, I'm saying that I'm inspired by the way he was talking to his people at his label. Well, I ain't say that. Yeah, no, I ain't say that. I like the way that he was talking to the people at his label on the show, you know, like, yeah, so that's the same way we do our business, yeah.
And as the heat got churned up on Puff, Druski got increasingly shifty about the whole thing. During his $1 million worth of game interview, he even straight up shut it down, leaving Gilly looking a little disappointed in how promptly he tried to end the conversation.
You ever been to one of Diddy parties? Yeah, I've been in attendance. I've been in attendance. Hey, what the fuck you smirking for?
I ain't saying that.
I said I've been in attendance. I have been in attendance.
We never been. We just asking.
We just yeah. Yeah, I had fun. Yeah, I mean, it was a party. I wasn't at one of them parties.
We didn't say that about the party.
I've been in attendance. Yeah, I went. Yeah. I don't know which party. The party I went to, it was
regular.
girls just turn up, you know what I'm saying? The regular, you know what I mean?
Parties, wait, what party? Oh, that's crazy.
And how he handled it wasn't overlooked by the public. He really got defensive really fast. He's completely right. They asked him a simple question. Now, it's just a recurring theme that every time the topic is brought up, he acts really evasive. He even left the room when it was brought up during Kai's stream.
Let's get out of here.
No, I have not, but guess how far was my neighbor?
Who?
Hello, my name is Kerry Parker. I'm 54 years old.
Diddy.
Okay. All right. Let's just come on, man. Let's just go.
Hey, let's go on the restaurant.
Let's just go. Jesus Christ. Let's just go, man. I mean, what the fuck? Keep the tour going.
Kev!
No.
Kev, come back!
No.
Hey, Kev!
No.
Kev!
Alongside hanging out with other infamous hosts of white parties like Michael Rubin, Druski has also damaged his credibility during his relationship with Ruby Rose. It all began when they were first seen getting pretty cozy on camera. From there, they went public with the relationship. From the outset, people couldn't really believe it. But within 2 weeks, it all came crashing down. And initially, Druski claimed it was because he couldn't keep up with her lifestyle.
What happened?
You know, it comes with a lot, and I wasn't really, I don't know if I was prepared yet. But I learned a lot from it, so I think coming out of that, you know, you better have them pockets ready.
Yeah. Okay, so what is it?
I ain't saying that's what happened.
No, I'm saying, so I want to understand. So was it more financial when you deal with a woman of that caliber?
Yeah, but I think it's all, you just got to be ready, because you don't know when you're going to have to be pulling that wallet out.
But before long, we'd realize how true that really
On a
was,
regular-
because she aired him out and said the whole thing was a financial transaction. I only give it up if I'm in love. I don't give a fuck how much money a man got. I'm rich as fuck. He is funny and nice though. Soon, he was getting trolled like never before. I mean, he wasn't lying. Too expensive to keep her, doing the PR. Suddenly, Druski was faced with one of the biggest L's of his entire time in the spotlight. Because when you're operating in a realm between hip hop and comedy, paying a girl for a falsified relationship is never gonna do you any favors once it's revealed. And speaking of hip hop,
So wait, time out. Time out. Because y'all saying a whole lot about yourselves. So you believe Ruby Rose when she says it was strictly financial and not real. You believe that. Did that video that they just showed us, 10-second clip is all we needed, did that look like it was strictly financial? Some of y'all are just like, the common sense, it's like, never mind selling your soul, you just give up common sense. You're like, here you go. Take it. I don't need it this week. Not for this post. You go on the internet and there's no common sense. Bro, of course it wasn't strictly financial. He bagged her. Whether it was for money, whether it was she liked him, she thought it was funny, she thought maybe this could be something. They both were, for whatever reason, good reasons, bad reasons, reasons you don't understand, reasons you haven't they were into each other. Be it a week and a half, be it 2 weeks. If it was a PR, if it was really something financially to make them look good, would it last 2 weeks? Does that even make sense? Think about it. Someone walks in a room and says, we got an idea. It's going to look good. It's going to run the numbers up. But it's going to be 2 weeks. Wouldn't that, if anything, hurt the numbers? Wouldn't that make us look phony? We went to a relationship for 2 weeks and that's it?
Another issue that Druski is facing at the moment is his allegiance to a rapper who knows quite a lot about taking L's these days, in Drake. Way back in 2020, Druski struck up a bond with Drizzy based on nothing other than the rapper being a fan of his content. And soon, he'd give him a major boost to his career when an appearance in one of his music videos helped catapult him to fame.
What are you doing? What? Wait, yo, you straight?
Yeah, I'm good. No.
You sure?
You got a tissue?
No. Why would?
Okay.
Yo, it's good.
And Druski seemed nothing but thankful of Drake giving him this opportunity.
I'd probably say Drake gave me a great opportunity with the Laugh Now, Cry Later video. Yeah, a big opportunity with that. I was actually gonna tap Laugh Now, Cry Later. Yeah, I probably put it on my leg.
Oh yeah?
Okay. But definitely was probably gonna tap that. Just
that's fly.
It was one of those moments that did change my life.
Soon, he even had Drake modeling his merch on Instagram.
Druski had sent me a Colorado University hoodie, and fuck. But the quality on his merch is super fucking cool, so like what?
And at one stage, he even had Drake pop onto his stream to be a potential could-have-been signee.
Put you on some shit like this easy.
Yeah. Let me see a TV. Let me see what I want to know what my lifestyle is gonna be like.
Nah, it's gonna be sitting on this little shit right here, man.
What the fuck?
I'll get you some light. So you can see. Yeah. Don't fuck with us. Damn.
And with all the issues Drizzy is having with UMG right now, he probably wishes he took whatever deal Druski was offering. With all the things that Drake has done for him, it's no surprise that he feels a degree of loyalty for him. But it's not so much of him showing solidarity that's the issue. Instead, it's the petty way he's going about it that's the problem. At times, he's tried to stifle Not Like Us from being played in the club. Then, he did the same when K-Dot was played during Kai Cenat's stream. As Drake has continued to be recognized as the loser in the beef by most, Druski has kept right on his side to the point he's now caping for the entire nation of Canada.
Hey, you see Rick Ross got into it with Canadians over there? They jumped in for playing Not Like
Sleep on them Canadians, I told y'all. I been said that.
Right.
Ultimately, the end result of everything that's going down is Druski has gone from universally beloved to more of a divisive figure. But there's an argument to be made that this is a necessity for his brand, particularly when you consider what he's best known for these days. Although it's a big part of his content, Could Have Been Records has become the leading light of his empire to the point that he even made it a TV show. And while it's entertaining to see, it goes away to explain how he wound up just going off at people like he did at Kai Cenat's stream. Because when you think about it, the concept of him bringing these hopefuls on to sign to his imaginary record label is basically to clown people. Sometimes it's good-natured.
You sound white Jamaican.
Yeah.
You white Jamaican.
Anything you want, say, brother.
I ain't never met a white Jamaican. That's crazy.
Anything you want, say, bro.
Jamaican me crazy. Bullet. So you out here in UK, but you from Jamaica? Like it's
no, so I'm from the UK, but we represent for Jamaica.
But then you have other times like his run-in with the Backpack Kid on another Kai Cenat video.
What's your name, big bro?
Hey, I ain't gonna tell you who to be.
Huh? Backpack Kid, yeah.
Y'all from the UK, but you represent Jamaica?
You want a TikTok?
Yeah, I do what I do.
He wanted TikTok.
Who does he play?
No, he don't play shit. He do the floss.
Yeah, you know
the little dance. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to see.
He created
you
that.
and your kids do those Snapchat.
Oh.
It's on Fortnite.
away.
So what happened to the money that they did give you from beginning of when you started the dance?
What do you mean? Huh?
Like I'm saying, like you remember you had your years were like 2016, 2017. What happened after that? What'd you do with the money?
I mean, I invested some of it. I spent a lot
Smart
of it.
dude. What'd you do with the money? Let's talk about it. He said,
huh?
What'd you do? What happened to the money?
Wait, no, let him. Can we let him play?
My bad.
What are you doing? So is this just do you sing or do you play?
I just play.
What'd you do with the money from back in the day?
Wait, can we just let him play the piano?
You don't want to talk about it.
Well, let's hear it. All right, this is good.
Hold up. That doesn't sound bad.
Cut that shit the fuck off. Get him the fuck out of here. Stupid ass shit. Fucking bullshit.
How y'all like it?
I don't want to hear no fucking piano. This is 2024.
I didn't forget what you said last time. You said I could die.
I don't give a fuck,
I didn't do nothing to you, bro. I didn't do nothing to you, bro. You said I could die.
Get him the fuck out of here. Get him out first and then get the other.
Get him out! Wait, and then
Fuck
get
about
this
that
fucking
bullshit.
keyboard, this cheap ass keyboard out
Yeah,
here.
get the cheap ass.
No, it's alright, bro.
Obviously, there are some people who eat this up, but for others, each incident like this is a step towards ruining his repair job in someone's eyes. I can't stand Druski from the moment he pulled out the cord from that boy's keyboard. Yeah, joking is one thing and bullying is another. For Druski, making this kind of content isn't a calculated risk, because obviously viral moments are key to his success, but he certainly takes things pretty far, and this might be a problem in another way. Let's think about the time he claimed he slept with Young Ma.
Name a stuff you made. Don't stop for stuff, nigga.
Young Lee May. Fuck that. Can't name another story better than that. I fucked it. Fucked it. Fuck that.
Now you know he's joking. He hate me to say that.
On other occasions, it's even led to potential beefs, leading
He
him to
definitely
being
didn't mean
checked
to
by
say
NBA
like that.
YoungBoy for saying his baby mama resembled the comedian.
Like, you know what I mean?
There
Like,
was a
she
time
gave it
famous
to me.
Dex warned him to
I'll
not make
take
jokes about
that.
him
Like,
anymore.
that type of energy. I'll take that.
you. Why you
Took
wanna
it.
post all that? Oh shit. Ooh. I know you're a comedian. Brother, you're a black man. I salute you. But don't put my name in your mouth in this negative. Say Dex doing good. You know what I'm saying? Just say real shit, bro.
To Druski, it seems like if he's not causing controversy, he's doing something wrong. Ultimately, he is a comedian, and for the most part, he gives as good as he gets. Like his appearance on Flagrant, for example, where he got a drastic taste of his own medicine.
Number 2 in America in karate.
What, black guy?
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Not sure. No, I don't know you guys' names.
Come on, black guy.
So yes, Alex was.
Alex, okay, yeah.
Come on.
God.
Too much. Jeez, chill. Give the fat guy a break.
Plus, he's obviously accepted the
Touche,
routine
Alex.
trolling of his friend Jack Harlow. Never needed no PR, or stylist, or trainer, or nutritionist. If Druski wanted to keep things as they are, he'd probably be able to coast through a successful
Never
career.
needs no
But the
PR,
problem is that with
no
incidents
trainer,
like
no
what we saw during
stylist.
the weekend, he might be
Are
damaging
you trying to
his potential
convince me
upside
or
in the
yourself?
mainstream world that he's beginning to infiltrate and has always said that he aimed for. When you think back to his humble beginnings, it's really crazy how he's came up. Some kids would be like, yo, I want to be best dressed, or I want to be the best athlete. I used to literally say in my mind in elementary school, I want to be the funniest this year. I want to be the funniest kid in class. I would just fuck off all class and act like an ass. Upset isn't even the right word. He said of his parents' reactions to his antics. My mom used to love it, like literally crying. Even though he was intent on becoming a comedy star, Druski tried to study sports broadcasting just to keep his parents happy, but promptly dropped out of college.
I did 1 year at GGC, which is.
Was that the hoodie he sent?
Which is like a close school to where I'm from. Then I went to Georgia Southern and I did like half a semester.
Jesus.
And just stopped going to classes, just all in general.
From there, the sketches began, and after a little bit of convincing from his friends, he decided to make.
He said Jesus like he don't talk to $1 million dropouts every day. That man said I did half a semester. That's how you know DJ Envy don't be listening. He ain't listening. He's so uninterested in your story. Every once in a while, he'll give you some good input. If he's actually invested, like, man, how did this work for you? Like a good question. But if he didn't ask the question, he ain't interested. If it came from one of the other people, that man said, Jesus, what? Bro, say he's a half a semester. What is there to Jesus?
From there, the sketches began.
No, you
and
gotta
after
hear
a
it
li-
though.
And just stop going to classes, just all in general.
From there, the sketch.
No, you gotta
Where
hear
I'm from. Then I went to Georgia Southern, and I did like half a semester.
Jesus.
And just stopped going to classes, just all in general.
From there, the sketches began, and after a little bit of convincing from his friends, he decided to make a career out of it.
The first time I was kind of forced to do it because my homeboy just recorded me, and I was just like talking shit at a gas station, and he just started recording me. He was just like, "Yo," because at that point they had been telling me to do it, so he just one of my homeboys, my close homeboys, he just forced me, and he just recorded me. He was like, "Yo, just post it," and I posted it, and like everybody like locally that knew me, they're like, "Thank God, like yo, please keep doing this. This is so funny."
Right.
And I was just like, "Yo, if I could do this is gonna be easy." Like, yo,
Yeah, because it's
I'm
like
gonna kill this.
After his humble beginnings, Druski has came a long way, and a lot of people want to see
Yes.
him win. I hope Druski becomes a household name. He's on his way for sure. Man's got raw comedic talent. He's one of those guys that can make absolutely anything sound funny. And in a lot of ways, he is. After all, he's become such a valuable commodity that he once got scammed into making a commercial for a guy that wound up making millions off his likeness. And all Druski got out of it was some free pictures.
And I sent him the video. I see this video everywhere. Because my at the time I had just done Drake music video.
Yeah.
So my face was like, everybody's like, "Oh, this is the new comedy dude. This is the new." I'm seeing on Snapchat. I'm going to YouTube. I'm like, damn. He said, "Thank you, man. You changed my life. I'm turning this into $1 million business." And I think he sent me like, out of love, I think he sent me like 10K.
But while this might be enough for some people, Druski
You just
has
said he
always
got
wanted
nothing
more.
out of it but
And
a
with
photo.
his antics and ties to people like Diddy,
The man
he
said
might
he
be
got
in risk
something.
of putting a ceiling on
That's
his
love.
acceptability to Hollywood. In interviews, Druski has always been pretty open that sketches on IG aren't his end goal. "I really want to leave my own mark on the world when I leave it," he told GQ. "I want my Talladega Nights or Bad Boys." But bearing his appearance in Praise This alongside Chloe Bailey in a few episodes on Grownish, his acting experience outside of music videos and his own content is pretty slim. This is a problem which comes down to his brand management. Because while he's living his best life in commercials for Google and Nike, it seems like no Hollywood studio or even streaming service like Netflix is willing to take a chance on him. In fact, in an interview with New York Times, he revealed that he was yet to land a major theatrical role even after 2 years of auditions. But he's still pushing forward. "That's part of the hustle," he said. "The no's are what gets you the yeses." This is exactly what the argument comes down to. Is Druski not getting these roles because he's not good enough? Or is it because these major companies are nervous about pumping money into him?
Bro, when someone says something like that, that's in Druski's position, that should literally not move you at all. That means nothing to me, cause it's not like he said, "Yeah, I put everything on hold and I've been trying to audition for 2 years." Pardon me. That'd be one thing. That would make me go, okay. And as a friend, of course, you tell him like, "Yo, bro, let's just do what we gotta do. Pay for an acting coach or something. Something gotta give." That'd be one thing. Then what you're about to say would make sense. That's not what he's saying. He's saying that he's been trying to get a acting job for about 2 years. But you still had to take into account how busy he is in other areas. It's not like he's doing this every single day and every week for sure he's got an audition. That's one thing. Then you can question what's going on. What can we do better? What can he do better? It's not like that. That's one of those things. He's squeezing that into the schedule. He's doing comedy. He's doing stand-up gigs. He's doing pop-outs. He's doing pull-ups. He's doing meet and greets. He's doing club hostings. He's doing streams. He's doing content skits, He's doing all these things, and he squeezes in trying to get an acting job every once in a while. Yeah, that's normal. You're not going to get everyone you go for, even with his likeness. And it's not like he's doing that full time. So that means nothing. That shouldn't mean nothing to you. That means nothing to me. It doesn't mean he's not good at acting. It doesn't mean people are scared to take a risk with him. It doesn't mean anything negative that y'all are gonna try to make it.
Just for a joke on stream to get him canceled. While there's still plenty of time for him to reach these goals and aspirations, he can't afford too many more slip-ups like we've seen lately. Because if he's not careful, he's going to wind up with a toxic brand that no one will be willing to invest a lot of money into or build on. All love to Druski on this one. I'm just pointing out how things could go wrong if he's not careful.
I mean, I really want to cut up and say, okay, Luista, like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be sarcastic, but I can't hold you. You're right. You're making some valid points. Anybody who has any type of wisdom to themselves and discernment would agree with you. So I'm gonna go ahead and chalk it up. You're right. You are right. If he wants to not see himself in the near future finding problems with getting deals or getting pushback or finding himself in meetings where he feels like, why do I have to convince people that I can help their brand? You're right. You're right. If he wants to find himself in a position where people are not even skeptical or not even in the slightest looking at him as a brand risk, he should tighten up. That comes from, sobering up a little bit. Maybe not. You could drink, bro. I mean, some of the best comedians in the world get drunk on stage. But maybe that's something he would look into, tighten it up a little bit. If he's on stream where things are going to be live, maybe don't drink as much. I don't know. I don't know that man. I don't know. That's just an assumption from someone who doesn't even know him from a hole in the wall. So what do I know? But I do know when that incident occurred that kind of put him didn't paint him in the best light. He was drinking, but maybe that had nothing to do with it really. At the end of the day, maybe it's just you go from being no one to getting in a position where you're someone, and you got here by saying whatever came to your mind, just flying off the wall, saying whatever, being nuts. Cutting up, joking and cracking jokes on people. It worked for K-Hart, it worked for this person, it worked for me. So maybe you just get to a point where you go, okay, that worked to get me here, but what's going to work to get me there? Maybe it's not the same route, maybe it's not the same formula. It's blueprints. Make your own blueprint. 1,000 ways to get it. Choose one. And maybe he just got to strategize when it comes to that. But make no mistake, bro. He got good people around him. He got the right team. He got people they're way ahead of you. They're way ahead of us. This type of video where we're trying to make it seem like what's he gonna do? He got a team that's like, listen, certain things we're not gonna do no more. Like cutting up on a kid 9 years old, especially if he's not taking it well. Especially if he's not paid to be the clown, to be the joke of the stream. Those type of things, but I think y'all trying to make something that it really ain't that. And I could be wrong. In 2 years from now, he can either skyrocket where he should be going, continuing to have a good career, or he can be in a position where y'all were sitting there saying, yo, tighten up, or this is what it... I don't think so. I think the world is just a little softer today, and that's fine. People are entitled to take whatever offensive that they want to be offended by. And some people are not going to get your comedy. Some people are just not going to like you and look for a reason. But some people may just not like your comedy style or how blunt you are or how too much of a loose cannon. But I think that's the beauty of what Druski does. That, for me, is what makes me a fan. The way he flies off the handle. You never know what he's going to say, what he's going to do, how far he's going to go. Just when you think, all right, that's enough of that, he'll take it an extra mile, still making it funnier. So that's his style of content. So, of course, there's people on his team that can help him iron out the wrinkles to make sure they don't come across this type of problem. But as far as, like, putting a lid on it, I just don't. I think y'all robbing of that man of what he does best, which is you never know which way. I don't think he knows which way he's going to go sometimes. And that's the beauty in it. That he can just fly on improv and adapt that quickly. Not everybody can do that. That most great comedians can do that. That's what makes them great. They'll be in a moment. You could put them in 3 different rooms in the next 2 hours. And in each room you put them in, there's no structure. There's no, okay, I'm going to hit them with this, and then I'll talk about things that they're wearing, and then I'll joke about the fact that I was late. It's no structure. It's a completely, every room you put him in for the next hour, it was a completely different set. That's what makes some of the best comedians, that they're just flying off the handle, and you just got to get out the way. Now, that being said, with that, there's going to be times where they say things that were like, all right, too far, slow down. But, I mean, sheesh, give a brother room to grow. Some of y'all, man. Y'all made this a lot darker than it had to be. Alright, chat. Get out.